the Sennheiser 4000s?
One audio, Amazon.
Yeah, you get down.
Adjustable speakers, so I can podcast and DJ. Any like kids' birthday parties coming up?
You just play the intro to Bluey over and over. Mom! And mom runs out and dances. Dad! Bingo! You're bingo.
I want to DJ singles night in the beer garden at T-Mobile Stadium.
Ooh, I had the chance. To be there not too long ago. Although I'm not single, I was there. I was there on Coug Night. It was WSU Coug Night. I had a good buddy, Dan Blau, invited me out. One of 20. Okay. I just had to buy a home from him the next 5 years. It was a stipulation.
Shout out to Blau House if you're looking for any property in Eastern Washington, Central Washington, Ballard, or in the city. Please shout out Blau House.
Blau House is his name, I think. It's a great name.
Isn't that his handle on Instagram?
Yeah. He markets himself very well. Anyway, I'm down there, and somehow they're like, I was FaceTiming with Kennedy, but I'm like I'm in the back. I can't go back that far. All of a sudden, Mariner Moose walks by. I'm sitting there. I'm like, hey, check it out. Mariner Moose goes by. I hang up. I look out. I am in the midst of the pen. And I'm like, wow. I look around. No one else has gray hair. What else is going on? Like I can't tell who's dressed appropriately or inappropriately. Like fashion has changed so much. Yeah. I sat there for like 2 minutes in kind of a dead stare, and then quickly bought a cheeseburger and found my way to the seats. So I can't hang out there anymore. No, I can't hang. But the DJ was pretty good. DJ was pretty good. So maybe if you play your cards right.
You know how everything comes back in style? I just play stuff from the 90s, and
that's what he was playing.
Everyone
loves great. It was wonderful. He had Tupac
Aren't you
going.
Like a little not concerned, but Eminem retired for a while. He came back, and everyone knows Eminem. I was out somewhere at dinner, and people knew Jay-Z. I'm like, half of you kids weren't even born. How do you know Jay-Z and Eminem?
Where was I today? I was at Jersey Mike's in line, and they were playing Tupac. And this woman's like, how 90s rap? How do you guys know who Tupac is? And the guy's like, half of them hunched. They're like, it's actually just the Spotify station, but it's coming full circle. You're right. The resurgence of Biggie, Tupac, Eminem, like no longer Future, and whoever else is doing their thing.
Drake, Deaded by Kendrick.
Yep.
I don't know. Baggy jeans are back. Everything's back from the 90s.
Exactly. Baggy jeans that don't go down all the way with your tube socks and some Adidas. That's all you need, apparently.
God. That's all you need.
That's all you need. You also need us, though, right?
Yeah.
You got to have us. You got to
have us. We've never gotten or gone out of style.
There was a little... Me and I had a blip. COVID was a little bit of a blip.
Not too many people were in style during COVID. if you were hot in COVID, you're probably doing some illegal stuff.
Board games, wine, and vodka. That got me through through COVID. How about what else is going on? No one's in my home. No one's in my home. It's me and Roy.
Love it.
It's amazing. It's just watching the Mariners game. We were getting waxed. So,
is Roy scared of vacuums?
Oh gosh, deathly afraid of vacuums, and deathly afraid of vacuums. Is Theo?
He follows me around the house. He never goes in my closet. I went in my closet to get something. He's right beside me, like underneath me, because Jen was vacuuming upstairs.
Oh, why is that? Is it genetics? Do you think all the gene that they're just? Is it the pitch of the noise? Is it the? They believe they might get vacuumed up into the thing. Like maybe
I think it's when. I think they don't understand what it is, and then it has a noise, and then it looks like it's a robot, but maybe not.
Yeah, that's fair. Could you imagine if you did one of those big industrial like gallon things? So you just watch them go nuts.
Yeah.
All right.
But so what I do want to create is the electronic e-tank for poop bags.
Okay.
You know, like when you're out walking your dog, you don't know how many poop bags you have left. And it's hard to tell when you look at the roll. So I wish that e-light would show up and start blinking and you have at
Oh,
least 5 poop bags left.
very good point. Very good point. Have you ever got caught not picking up a poop?
Never. I do ask for a poop bag.
You're Yeah, of course. I think that's standard practice among dog owners. You give a poop bag.
But then I just don't make eye contact. I always like bend down and make it look like I did something, even though I have nothing and I've picked up nothing. And then I just get out of there real quick, fast getaway.
You know
Come
what you
on,
got to
Theo, let's go.
You know what you got to do. I did this today. I picked up 2 poops that were mine.
Really?
Yeah, good poop karma. It's
That
called poop
is.
karma. In the event that you don't pick one up, like you're in that situation, you don't feel as bad. You're like, I picked up 2 poops that weren't mine. I mean, I'm still on the right side of being a dog owner.
At first, I thought you said you picked up Roy's poop with your hand. I
No,
said,
no,
why are you talking about no
no,
poop bags?
no. This was I had enough poop bags, and I'm at the dog park, so it's within the walking path. If you ever want some good karma, just go to the dog park, pick up some poop. You'll be
I'm gonna have to
set,
do that.
and go play the lotto, and you'll be a millionaire. I think
Yeah.
that's how it works, right?
The Warriors need some good karma. I was in Laguna Beach with Jen's mom, watching the pageant of the Masters. It's like this arts festival where these actors dress up as a painting and they bring that painting to life because they act as props. So I just wanted to give you a little background for my bit coming up.
That sounds fun.
So, Ben, I think Joe Lacob, the chairman of the Warriors, and Mike Dunleavy, the GM for the Warriors, are auditioning for the pageant of the Masters. This
Okay.
arts festival has been around for 80 years
Ooh.
in Laguna Beach, but what makes it popular is these actors and volunteers in the community get on stage and they bring famous paintings to life. So they'll get painted up, masqueraded up, and they'll be sitting still, and then the lights dim, they come on, and everyone is still. They're not moving. They're
Oh, really?
still.
Okay.
They're not moving, and they bring these paintings to life. We are in day 20. We are in day 22 of free agency, and Mike Dunleavy and Joe Lacob are still and not making any moves.
So
And the
what
NBA
painting?
free agency is the time we acquire players. So if option A was sign aging Al Horford and trade Kuminga to the Bulls for Kobe White, what is plan B? What are we doing here?
Go back to the painting thing. Are they doing that one, the screaming one? Ah, like they just don't know what to do? Because here's the thing. Dennis Schroeder went for 3 years and $45 million. That's almost absurd as Bobby Portis is signing. They're just intelligent individuals. They're like this. The market is so freaking out of whack in terms of what you're getting for what you pay that you'd rather stand pat. Now every fan looks at it and then goes, "We need people." They're like, "Yeah, we need people, but just not these people that are getting signed for absurd amount of money." And you don't want Dennis Schroeder on your team again, do you? Do you? No, you don't. Sacramento Kings got him because the Kings said we got to get someone, so they went and got Dennis Schroeder, and it's not the right fit for their team. So standing pat, maybe that no one likes that. They want to see you sign someone, get better, do something. But I mean, the only people that have look at the offseason, who's really won the offseason?
The Rockets.
The Rockets, okay, Durant, right? That gives everyone hope.
Durant. They re-signed Jabari Smith Jr. They got Van Fleet. They got Capella. They got the Lakers guy, Dorian Finney-Smith. They got everyone.
Here's where I'm going, and you're also this is the downside, right? So they're standing pat. The downside is they look around, fans look around, they go, the Clippers just got Chris Paul, re-signed James Harden. I mean, like the Western Conference is not getting any easier. So even though you're standing pat and probably not risking a poor investment, everyone around you is maybe not making those poor investments, but taking more risk than you would, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. So
I,
Dunleavy.
I guess we have to see how it plays out because I think what would be worse if they were active and they signed these bad aging veterans to these bad contracts. So they haven't
Exactly.
done that. We have to just be patient to see what happens.
You got to. You got to know when to play. You and I have both said this. Just the NBA offseason, this one is an anomaly. It's just with the new media rights deal, with the salary caps, with the tiers. Like everyone's trying to figure it out and where things fit.
Yeah.
And I think if you're a team like the Clippers, like you're all in. You don't care where you land. You got enough money to you can write checks.
Their window is this year.
Exactly. It
Like
is.
Chris Paul's 40. They got Bradley Beal, who's in his 30s. Harden, Kawhi. I mean, they if they don't win this year,
And this might be the
they're
smart
gonna have to
play.
blow it all up.
This might be the smart play. You hold, right? You let everyone else make these shitty investments, excuse me, not so great investments in and around you. And then next year you have the either you have the capital or you have you had the capital and you had the roster moves or you're willing to make different roster moves. If I'm the Warrior, I don't mind what they're doing, to be honest. Rather than, like you said, sign bad contracts, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Well, I think we're in this standstill with Kaminga because that was your chip where you could go and get something else in a sign and trade, but no one, as far as I know and what I can read, really want him. So you might have to bring him back, and you can't get that sign and trade with Kobe White of the Bulls or even like Malik Monk of the Kings. So they might be bringing the same roster back plus Al Horford, and you look around and everyone got better. OKC got better because they're getting a year older.
Yeah.
Ant's going to get better.
It's a tough. Warriors have a tough of it because you just watched the Thunder, who were 3 years ago an afterthought for the most part. They're now an NBA title. They just won an NBA title. So there's a team that's already leapt over you.
Yeah.
And then you look around and it's not getting easier. LeBron's still LeBron. He's got Luka now. I mean, granted, Luka was already in the Western Conference. Mavericks, you can't sleep on them anymore. The Rockets, like in the East, the only team making moves is the Bucks, really.
Yeah.
So it's just a tough spot for now. If the Warriors were in the East, everyone might be like, "This is fine. We're doing okay. Like, don't worry."
Yeah.
Like is everything else looks like looks like everything else looks a little better if you're in the East. If you're in the West, everyone else around you is getting better.
Well, Pageant of the Masters closes with The Last Supper, Leonardo da Vinci painting from, I think, like the 1490s. So, like, they're known. I've gone 3 times now. It's great. But they always end it with The Last Supper. And I hope if Dunleavy doesn't do anything, this is his last supper with the
Ooh,
Warriors, and he gone.
no, you can't judge a man on this offseason. I'm sorry.
Judging
That's
him on the
that's
last 3 seasons. Bad draft, no development, no players. What are
okay.
we doing here? We haven't developed one player that we've drafted over the last 5 years. Haven't developed one player.
This is the
There's
same.
no free agent signings. Hats off to Jimmy Butler. I do like that move. Got rid of Clay. I guess they got Buddy Hield, but I don't
I
know.
mean, if your team's not that bad, like you're just in the West. That's the problem. The problem is you are in the West. If you were in the East, you'd be talking about a 4 seed.
But the real problem is Steph Curry, has 2, 3 years left on his prime? So we have 2 or 3 years left to win a championship, and then you know what happens to the franchise. They go all the way back down there where,
Jason Richardson's your best player.
yeah, they're like hanging
Where
out with the
go
Trailblazers
back to
in New
playing in Oakland.
Orleans. Yeah.
I think this is Bay Area anxiety when it comes to sports teams. Like you get so anxious, but at the end of the day, the Warriors are a good team.
Yeah.
Again, they're a good team. You're just playing in a conference that is getting better around you. And that's the hard part because you were once the best. Like that's the battle. And
Yeah.
Mike Dunleavy's expected to do something, but he's looking at the numbers and he's going, I'm not going to do any of these things. These are ludicrous.
But
Like,
once you taste that like Omaha steak, you can't go back to Hamburger
you
Helper.
can't go to a choice steak from Safeway.
No,
No,
you can't.
that's, I mean, again, Bay Area anxiety. You guys, you can't bring a title of Bay Area every season.
I'm good
You
with every
can't.
other. And I hope you're good with this podcast. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and K Win. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. If you're more of an audio podcast person, download, listen, subscribe. But if you do like that video, we've got Spotify and YouTube. You should check us out. I'm K Win. He's Big Ben. We talk about the Warriors. We're going to talk a little Major League Baseball trade deadline. Big Ben wants to talk about NBA
The
expansion.
expansion.
We got to
Yes.
go in Jack Caglione home run watch and much,
Ooh.
much more.
Okay. Can we go to, we're already on the NBA. Let's stick there.
Okay.
Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah.
So the owners met recently, all in Las Vegas, right? Just, what do you think takes place there? Is it just kind of owners get together and kind of ask, Mr.
I think this
Silverhead
year they're complaining about the CBA
Yeah,
and
of course.
contracts, but probably talking about TV money. They're probably talking about like back-to-back games, scheduling, in-season tournaments. They're definitely talking about the officiating because the officiating during the year was completely different than the playoffs. I enjoyed the playoffs because it was more physical. It was a different brand of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably talking about the consistency of the officiating, and maybe there's a window of time where it's 2 weeks before the playoffs. They get to hint of what the playoff whistle is going to be like rather than just jumping right into like bad boys defense right out the gate. Oh,
They're also, when talking about, does Jeannie Buss go to that still? You think she's still the representative for the Lakers?
I think she goes.
How do you mean that strut when she walks in? $10 billion.
No, she only got 1/6 of that.
Still, listen, it's like the company got sold for 10 bill, right? And the CEO or whoever took home this much. Celtics just recently got sold for what? 7, 8?
Money. I don't even know.
Here's the thing. Okay, so expansion. I'm from Seattle.
Yes, you
the
are.
Sonics have not been here for 17 years when I was living on Roy Street, and we all had 2 seats among 4 people for every game, and we'd Rochambeau to whoever went, and the rest would meet at Aussie's.
Great bar.
Great bar. Wonderful bar. Wonderful. Still in service today. Aussie's. Right there on Mercer Street. But everyone around here wants to talk expansion. The Climate Pledge Arena, ready for basketball. I went to the first round games. Beautiful experience.
That's the old Supersonics?
Old Key Arena, they revamped it. It's gorgeous.
What's it called again?
Climate Pledge Arena.
Climate Pledge Arena?
Climate Pledge. So the pledge was, I forget who built it out or the ownership said, we're going to have a net zero carbon footprint or whatever it is. So they got some plants growing on the wall, all that jazz. Recycle the water that you use in the urinal. Yeah. But we're all talking expansion. We built the stadium. It's ready. It's here. Las Vegas wants a team too. Las Vegas wants a team. They've shown that the fans will show up. It'll be interesting when the A's come, but for the most part, for the Knights and the Aces, they've shown up. Will they expand here in the States, or do you go international? That's the question I think on the table right now in way of expansion. Not only that, but I think you're looking at the $10 billion for the Lakers as being the top of top in terms of what franchise get paid for. Celtics not far behind them. How much are the Trailblazers going to go for, in your opinion? Where do they land?
I mean, you've got Portland, backyard of Nike, Pacific Northwest. There's no baseball. There's no football. I think there's a soccer team up there. In Gonzaga basketball. I mean, they're probably like at least 1 to 2 billion.
Only 1 to 2?
I mean, right now.
I think that's what they're waiting for. Hear me out. So if you're say, because this is all going to get split right now. If you expand, the owners have got to split this new media deal, right?
Yeah.
32 ways. Maybe they get them half shares as they've done in college. But whatever the Portland Trailblazers go for, I think is the cost of the next
Is
franchise.
Portland trying to sell?
Portland's up for sale.
I didn't know.
It's there's a for sale sign. There's a Redfin right outside their stadium, Moda Center, for sale. So I think
Is your
they're going
boy Dollhouse the realtor?
to Blauhaus is selling.
Flowhouse?
Blauhaus is selling the Blazers. No, I think they're waiting for that to happen to order to understand. Okay, what's the minimum entry into the NBA? What's that going to cost? And then the one thing that interests me, this is an international game now.
Yeah.
You and I talked about this. Like what? Probably 5, 6, 7 of the top 10 players in the league now are international, from Wemby to Jokic to. So, at what point do you go? Is it feasible to go into London? I mean, you could go Mexico City
Yeah.
pretty easily, right? But the thing is if you were Adam Silver and you really want to roll the dice, China.
That's a long road trip.
But I mean, scheduling wise, could you make it work? Could you do back to backs? Could you, like, what does that look like?
Well, then China would have to come out here for like 2 months
Could they
and
have a
travel
state?
around and then
Could
go back.
could they have a stateside home? Right, something along those lines. But the feasibility. The reason I bring that up. Imagine if you had an international franchise. Basketball is truly international to the effect that I think China has, of all the teams combined in terms of followers, we have like 60 million of all teams. In China alone, I think it's like 4, 5, 6, 7 times that of just people that enjoy the NBA or watch basketball. The Yao Ming effect. I don't know what they do, but I think that's what they're waiting on, and I think that's what talks are about.
I
Would
think
you
if they
go to
go,
China? Would you go to China?
not until the international infrastructure is in place. I could see them going to Eastern Europe and having two spots, like a London and a Spain, or a France and a Spain. That
Okay.
way, like the teams could go out and they could play, and then maybe there's a neutral site game as well. I think they have to go to EMEA before they go to China, because
Okay.
that kind of breaks down the legs or the travel. And I think you got to go in pairs, right? Because you don't
Yeah.
want to just get stuck in one city and then you have to fly out like the next day or a week later after playing no game. So I think they have to add in pairs, in geographic pairs.
But you think it's, if you're Adam Silver, you wouldn't that be the best thing you could do in terms of longevity of the game too? Is to
I think
make
he should move it to China in the next, let's call it 5 to 10 years. I think that would be the smart play. Get there before the NFL. We've said it before.
yeah.
NFL is going to be worldwide. They're already having games there. There's a matter of time before there's NFL teams in Germany and Munich and all these other places.
I don't think it spells. I don't think it spells a team for Seattle, to be honest. I just don't think that's a lot of money. Imagine if the Blazers go for $5 billion. 5 billion. You just had a guy that bought the Tampa Bay Devil Rays for 200 million
Yeah.
back like 10 years ago and just sold them for like 1.7 billion. Like that's insane. Now for an NBA franchise, the fact that the Lakers and Celtics got the money that they got, I think is my point.
Yeah.
The fact that they did makes it really hard to bring a franchise here, I think, stateside. In terms of $5 billion is a lot of money for, you got to find a lot of people. Like I don't, who's got $5 billion sitting around.
There's so much money in the Pacific Northwest between Amazon and Microsoft. Like, are you telling me that some of those people can't cash in? You tell me Jeff Bezos can't buy a
Yes,
team?
maybe someone, if like someone texts Jeff Bezos and tells him, "Hey, it'd be really cool if you had a NBA team." Like, maybe that works. Maybe Bezos becomes Balmer. Who knows? But I'm just saying, it's, if you're the NBA owners down there in Vegas, I think you're debating: do we go to 32 and split And how much of that money, the money that they're going to have to pay for the teams, goes back into the owners' pockets?
Yeah. I think they're
Uh,
definitely going to Vegas.
for sure.
For sure. Like they've seen what is it, the Aces, they've seen the Knights, the Raiders haven't won yet, but that stadium's awesome. It's selling out. The A's, I think they're going to do well out there. And so I think it's only a matter of time before there's a team in Vegas. And like I said, you got to add it in pairs. So I could see Vegas, I can see Seattle. And here's what I'm doing. I'm doing a little realignment. There's
Okay.
30 teams, 15 in the East, 15 in the West. I'm adding Vegas and I'm adding Seattle to the Western Conference, and I'm moving Memphis where it belongs in the East.
Okay.
Like, pull up a map. Memphis should be playing in the Southeast Conference against Miami,
Oh,
Orlando,
and Atlanta,
Carolina, and Atlanta
Charlotte.
and Charlotte. Like, it makes no sense for Memphis to be out here. So I'm moving Memphis there. I'm also changing Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is playing in a division with like Portland and Utah and Denver. They should be with the Texas teams. Like they're right above Texas. So
Agreed.
it should be Oklahoma City, the Texas teams, and New Orleans.
So you're saying let's sell these people on the idea that let's well, hey, athletes, you won't have to travel as far. You get to play. You'll be home a little more. Like let's grease the skids there around like expansion here versus hey, where you're going to be on a flight for 2 weeks to London.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I also think the NBA is trying to figure out, listen to me carefully, they're trying to figure out how gambling can work for the fans, not for the players. And so, what better way than to get a team in Vegas and start working with Vegas and understanding how that they can monetize the game even more? Like, I think that is a cash cow based on how many people play like DraftKings, DFS. Like, you either got to get TV money or you got to get more money from the fans or more money through marketing partnerships.
Yeah. So how are you going to make up the money you might be losing by going internationally into Okay, that's kind of seedy in my opinion, but sure. Let's like
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Like let's if there's five
Listen, they
dollars in it.
rigged the draft so that the Mavs could get
I
Cooper
know.
Flag. Like, what else is going on behind closed doors?
That's the thing is I don't think Seattle can be shady enough to actually secure another or like a franchise. Like something has to be done similar to what you're talking about. Where hey, give us a franchise for this, but we'll make it up for you in perpetuity. You'll get a cut, whatever, if any gambling that is done on site, whatever it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bezos brings a team to Seattle,
God,
AWS Stadium.
will climate pledge?
Like
Yeah. Do it.
the
Do it.
Seattle Prime members. We'll work on the name a little bit.
The Seattle Prime. Just
The
call
Seattle Prime. There it is.
Seattle Prime. No, the
With a little shopping cart underneath it.
Seattle Primer Sonics. Something along.
I like it.
Okay, that's my rant on expansion. The NBA is in a weird situation.
Yeah.
We'd love a team. I'd love a team.
I think it would be great. I think Seattle needs a team, right? Like the Mariners always draw well. Like
They
the
do,
Seahawks
regardless.
draw well. There's like a great fan base for support for a third team. I'm not counting the Sounders, sorry, soccer fans. But a third professional team in Seattle, I think makes sense.
And it's, I mean, to your point, there's money, there's discretionary money.
Yeah.
And people like basketball people like the idea they're coming, they're indoors, they know the environment, they know what they're going to get. Baseball's a little, you don't know how long the game is. It's, it's going to rain. A lot of people from the east side, I believe, would come over. In fact, they talk about doing an arena on the east side specifically for basketball. So I don't know where Bezos lives these days. There's like a rock in Cabo that he has a house on, I think. But
Probably. But also, if you think of all of the like Seattle-born NBA players over the
oh
last
my
10
gosh,
years, like there should be support from the players that have already come through the leagues, like the Jamal Crawfords, the Brandon Roys, the Nate Robinson. Like it pains me to say this, but Seattle's got great basketball players that turn into pros.
Yeah. I mean, you could put together a decent NBA team. Look at DeJounte Murray. Look at Paulo Banchero. Look at who else is out there?
Zach LaVine.
Zach LaVine is from Bothell. You're right. Yeah. I mean, there's great players, and it's just been. We'll see. No hopes. I got no hopes right now. No hopes. But we'll see
What do
what
you
the.
have in terms of the Major League trade deadline in your Seattle Mariners?
Oh, give me Eugenio Suarez
You want
tomorrow,
him? You have
please.
to beat out the Yankees. Yankees want
Oh,
him.
I know. This is Williamson's an okay player, so this guy's been called up. He's done decent. I think he's hitting 242, a couple home runs. He does, plays stellar third base. However, he's like when you get to him in the order, it's like, man, we could use an RBI double. He's not hitting any RBI doubles anytime. Suarez is just a pro at just. You think he's hitting 240, but he's got 35 jacks. I mean, give me him, give me Naylor. I don't probably Suarez above all, and then O'Hearn.
Okay.
I
So you
think.
think third base is the biggest gaping?
Oh yes, absolutely. Like you look at the Williamson's got the lowest OPS of any third baseman that's starting today in the major league. So you got to improve that. Right? That's going to be your biggest hole. Yeah, it'd be nice to have someone protecting Cal down the stretch too. Because when you get down to our lineup, it's Randy Arozarena is not going to protect him all that much. You got a guy like Ingino, like you're going to see more fastballs if you're Cal and he's hitting behind you. So
Yeah. I think they are pitching to. This might sound crazy. They're pitching to Cal because they're like, who cares? Like, if he hits a 2-run homer or a solo shot, Seattle can't score any more runs.
like,
That's the scary part. Like, they're like, whatever, and they just
yeah,
keep pitching to him.
yeah, and the you look at the Mariners and everyone's like, if the pitching just gets healthy, like Logan Gilbert's throwing tomorrow, Bryce Miller could get healthy here soon, so we got to want to throw out Logan Evans. But I mean, we're doing well enough to be where we were last year, right? And the offense is still the biggest hole. We probably need another leverage arm to come, but we have enough assets. That's for sure. We have enough assets,
You're one
and
of the top rated minor league
yeah, I mean we got assets.
prospects. Yeah.
We'll trade Cade. Uh, what I will say this, um, they got shellacked in that last game by the Astros. If we would have won that game, that puts us 2 out.
Yeah.
That I think would have been like, okay, we're at a bidding table against the Yankees. All of a sudden, we're only 2 out, and we just swept the Astros. We're going to push the ante a little more for someone like Suarez. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And they're getting beat again by the Brewers, who are red hot again tonight. But that's what we
But
need.
when you're 2 games out, that's when like, yeah, we'll add another prospect.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. like I hit 4 home runs and triple or single A. Okay, fine. Like we'll see. What about the Giants? What about your
So
team?
I think the Giants are in the same position as the Mariners in that they need to add to their offense to lengthen their offense to be more productive to score more runs. And they're also the same in that I think they're really both playing for the wild card. So it matters of like what can you do? Like the Giants do need another bat. Like at first base, they have the lowest OPS for their platoon at first base. They could use some help in the outfield. They could use another starting pitching, and they could use a catcher. Like what has really saved the Giants is their bullpen and their top 2 pitchers, Logan Webb and Robbie Ray, and a couple of hitters here or there. So here's who I want them to get. Mitch Keller from the Pirates. He's not a household name. He's 29 years old. He's under contract for the next 3 years. I don't think you have to give up a whole lot to go get him. And maybe he can slide in right there as your number 3 starter because it's Webb, Ray, and then Verlander hasn't won a game. And then there's other people that are struggling. So I like a little move like that, or to get Eduardo Cabrera on the Marlins. He's 27, throws hard changeup. He's got the spin, little elbow discomfort, but I would rather trade for maybe a third or fourth starter than try to overpay, because I don't think that there is that ace of a staff out there on the deadline. And I don't know if there's that power bat either. Like the same
Mm-hmm.
people that the Mariners get, the Giants could get. O'Hearn, Aldolphus, Garcia. Like there's not that impact bat out there.
Here's what I think the Giants hope the most is that the Diamondbacks do sell and do sell hard. Because how many more games you got against the Diamondbacks? Probably 8. So I
Probably
mean,
something like
you
that.
want if and the A's aren't going to sell right in our division. The Texas Rangers are in it. Angels might sell a little bit, but I mean, the best thing, it's kind of addition by subtraction. Best thing that could happen to the Giants is just see these teams that they're playing against, so they're not down the stretch. I mean, that's a tough little. Um, I mean, who you have? Padres,
Yeah.
Giants. I mean, there's no layups in that.
Yeah, it would help if there was a fire sale in Phoenix to get rid of some of their pitchers that are free agents or get some of their bats.
What are
That
we?
would help the Giants
10
out.
days away.
Yeah, about 10 days
Let's
away.
get Jeff Passan on. That guy will
We
come on.
should get Jeff Passan
Let's get
on.
Jeff Passan on. I did, but I mean, I think the same things pop up and up. They had the top 50 potential trade deadline. You know, they rated them I think from 0% to 100%, and those that were in the 90s was Suarez and the same dudes everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
So I
But
hope.
while I'm anxious for the Warriors, I am patient for the Giants. I don't
Are
think
you?
we should go all in. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no, you're patient.
I'm patient for the Giants.
I can't
You
wait.
are anxious for your Mariners. You said last week, like, I want a home playoff game. Like, you
I
want to go
absolutely.
all in for one playoff game.
I
You're a little too thirsty, as those young kids would say.
listen. When I say all in, I'm saying how many pitchers do you need for a 5-game series?
Starters?
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Make sure I have 3 really good starters. And then give me just guys that can bang the ball around the ballpark. I don't know. The algorithm that they've got right now is just get the arms out there. But here's the thing: the arms can have one bad inning, and they look down the bench, and they go, "We're not coming back. I'm toast." Kirby out there threw 6 1/3 of just great ball tonight, 5 1/3. He gave up 3 runs, and you could see him. He was decimated because he knew he's got no shot. He's got no shot right now. Unless Raleigh gets back to where he was and Roses and Reina gets on a heater again, like they just don't have a shot. The guy was dealing, guy. So you gotta be able to score runs, and you need your pitching to that point to look and go, I can give up a couple, we're good. Like they don't have to be perfect. So
would you rather have the playoff or build for the future with some of these prospects that you have up and coming? You got Cal under contract. Maybe you develop some of these prospects. Maybe this year it's wild card with some things that you have. Next year they take a step, win the division.
my patience is gone.
Wow.
My patience. That's a good question. Ask me after the deadline.
Okay. That's the difference between Giants fans and Mariners fans.
What's that?
You guys are looking for just to get into the playoffs.
We've never had a steak. We've never eaten a Morton's or.
We're looking for a World Series, and we're patient because we don't have the same superstar on the Giants that we have on the Warriors. So we've got some time. We've got new management. You're looking for that 3-day weekend in Cancun, and we're looking for that 10-day vacation in the south of France. Got to be patient.
No, we have but that analogy doesn't fit because we've never left Shreveport, Louisiana in our life. So like the 3 days in Cancun looks like it seems amazing, right? You guys have been there before. We haven't. And that's the difference. It's just, you don't know what it feels like because you've never been there, but you know what hasn't got you there in the past. And what hasn't got us there is riding 5 pitchers. We had the best pitching staff in baseball last year, bar none. You go ask anyone. Did that work? No, it didn't. It did not work. So you have to change. You have to do something. You have to adapt. And again, it just doesn't mean by you adding bats, it's more runs. It's the pitchers look and go, okay, I'm a little more confident in my offense. I don't have to be perfect. I'm not going to, like there's a ripple effect to everything. So, and also Justin Turner's right. He looked at it. He looked at that pitching staff and goes, why you're not bringing more offense to support these guys is ludicrous, because you're just relying on these guys going out and throwing quality start after quality start after quality start. I think they led the league in quality starts by at least 10 games last year, and yet you're not in the playoffs. Something's wrong there if that can't be the case. That shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, but we don't have the jobs, thankfully, to look at the short term and the long term, right? Like, is Suarez going to really help the Mariners that much more? Or is holding on to a couple prospects? I don't have the answer for that. But what you don't want is you don't want to be all of a sudden in a Los Angeles Clippers situation where you've got all these people in and you've got to win now with bad contracts and there's no future and no hope in a depleted farm system. But would you take that for a home playoff game?
Gosh,
Suarez
depends on where I'm sitting. How about that? It depends on
Suarez in a playoff game,
home
your
plate.
minor league system, and the opportunity to
The
win a
Sox are
division
decimated.
3 years down the road.
Listen, here's one thing though, I will say, and I forget who was saying this, but they're right. We can develop arms. Like Brian Wu stunk. And
I said
you
it.
did. You thank you. Okay, I will cite you as the source. We can develop arms. We can't develop bats.
Can't acquire bats either.
Well, let's try. Let's go. Let's push all in. Let's see what happens. We don't know. We can't acquire Justin Turner and say this is the solution. This guy is not the solution. He said he wasn't the solution. Like, let's go find someone where we're like, okay, this is the best we could do. Do it once. Try it. And if you
I just don't think that bat's out there. I think it's a bad market.
But go give me the best you can in the bad market and let's see if it works. Like that's, and maybe you're right. There's going to be too much of a high demand on a guy like Suarez, so therefore you're giving up too much. I'm sure that's the narrative that they'll carry out when Suarez is in pinstripes and hits 20 home runs from here until the end of the season, and the Yankees resurgence happens, and then all of a sudden they're in the World Series. You got to try.
I think what the Mariners don't do that the Giants have just done, and we'll see if it works, is I think they have to overpay for some bats. Like, the Giants overpaid for Willy Adames. They got Devers' contract. We're going to see if either one of those work out. Seattle's just got to be like, here is $200 million, Cody Bellinger. Come play center field.
Sure. I mean, Cody wouldn't be your guy, but I agree. You need to, because again, it's not just about like, it's not about, again, I mentioned this hope, right? Like it brings hope to the fans. Like, okay, we're making an investment.
There's hope to the pitching staff too.
Exactly. Thank you. It brings hope all around. Like you go in a clubhouse, there's a ton of games. When you're running into a guy like Suarez that has 35 jacks, you sit there and go, okay, there's more hope in this clubhouse than there was before because this guy has done it. And when you bring in, if you do nothing, you're saying, we believe we're going to get as far as we've gotten with what we have, and what we have hasn't been enough. Hasn't.
Yeah.
So, the Mariners are a paradox, man. Like they haven't done anything.
We should get Bezos to buy the Mariners and
boom, combo deal.
Yeah.
Like we'll only allow you to buy an NBA team if you buy the Mariners too.
Well, because the guy who bought the Dodgers, he's the group that now owns the Lakers.
Yeah, that guy owns everything though.
So does Bezos.
Bezos doesn't own anything. What does he own?
He's got the money to own everything.
He does, but he doesn't know how to spend it. He doesn't know nothing fancies him other than a.
What if Ballmer bought the Mariners?
Oof. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
It's just not the cool thing though in the Pac Northwest. Like, you buy the naming rights to a hiking trail before you buy before you buy a sports franchise. Oh, Cags watch.
He's still at 4 home runs.
We'll clap
I
there
said
for
he's got to
Cags
get. I said he's got to get to 7
by
by
the end
the
of
end of
July.
July for me to have a chance.
I sent you that hat.
Okay.
It's in the mail. I appreciate it with the full 30 days of the Magic Mine.
Yeah.
I'm in day 4, I think.
Every morning.
A little sharper, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm digging it.
Nice.
I'm digging it. Hope you dig that hat. I do dig the Fest hat.
Thank you.
All
Let's
right.
dig on out of here. At Big Ben K Win _ anywhere you get your social media, that is Threads, TikTok, maybe Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, and much, much more. X too. Don't forget to 5-star us anywhere you get your audio podcast. If you like the live podcast, I love it. Drop your comments below. If you watch on demand, drop your comments below. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube, and you can see our live feed in the Spotify app as well. I'm K Win. He's Big Ben. We talk Mariners, Giants, Pageant of the Masters, and dogs.
Dude, I could see on Amazon tomorrow. There's like a little digital counter for dog poop bags. You just got rifled again.
It's all right.
We need some blanket copyright on this show.
You know what? Someone said people who are generous in life often are the happiest people in life. So if someone wants to take my ideas and profit off of it, I'm glad I could just help them get to that next point in their career or that closer to retirement.
You're like the Robin Hood of ideas and bits.